Bryn says, 4 years in, most of my intense kriyas have gone now, but I've yet to experience that bliss state or the merging with the oneness. It feels the energy has reached into the throat slash head area, but not fully ascended. Is it very clear when you reach relative completion state? Is there an experience you got to where you intuitively knew it had got to a relative completion? Yeah. And then Teresa shares here, there is no completion. It's a constant process. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I use the word kind of relative. It's just like this loose, very loose term, just to imply that the intensity of the dark night of the soul, the purging, the purification has kind of come to an end, relatively speaking, and you're kind of in a place where you're stable. And how I personally like to think about this idea of relative completion is when you can kind of get back out into the world and live your mission without this Kundalini process nagging at you and kind of delaying your worldly life. Generally speaking, this is a trend that I've seen, right? You kind of look around, you're like, I think I'm ready to get back in the world. I have a new state of peace. I understand what has taken place. I'm different, and I'm not weighed down by constant kriyas or constant purification or purging or fatigue, things like that. So, generally speaking, that's just a very loose term. But as you describe here, it feels like the energetic process, the Shakti, has not, fully ascended. So as it makes its way to the crown, of course, you will then, if there is such a thing as completion, it involves, the opening of the crown and then the full body becoming um, sort of drenched in this Shakti, in the flow of Shakti. And so you may have some notable experiences where you feel an opening in the head. There's like just a very expansive state. You may, and you may not as well. For some, it creeps up on them very gradually, very slowly, and they can't really pinpoint a moment. It's just like this slow fade in of oneness, and you can't say when it began or ended. And in some respect, you see that it was always there anyway. It's very paradoxical. Um, there are some parts of this process that you just kind of have to, it just kind of happens when you least expect it. Like, for example, um, I've heard of some people going on the journey to a particular retreat or something like that, thinking once I get to this retreat, I'm going to do all this work and something's going to click and I'm going to make it. And it's on the way to the retreat that they have some profound opening. It's when you least expect it because on the way to the retreat, you've completely let go of the attachment to something happening because you're saying it's going to happen later, not in this moment. I'm driving there. It's going to happen when I get to the retreat center. So you've dropped the whole thing. And then because you've dropped the whole thing, then it happens. Or for some, maybe it's on the way home from the retreat. You've given up. You're like, nothing happened. You know what? Who cares? I surrender. I've let go of any attachment to some big flashy moment. It's whatever. And because you've let go, because you're kind of disappointed or frustrated or whatever, exhausted even, now you're driving home, it happens. Just a general example. So constantly kind of looking, analyzing, did it happen? Is it going to happen today? Is this practice going to do it? Is it going to be this meditation? Is it going to be this event? Is it going to be this book? That kind of keeps it at bay. So instead, actually just acknowledging like how much relative completion do you already have? There's some degree because it's relative, so you must have some degree of stability, some degree of calmness, of peace already here. Just rest in that and give up any attachment to any, you know, um, particular event or shift. Paradoxically, that may be what kind of tips you over the edge. Um, for me, I can't even really say whether there was, one particular moment because it just keeps deepening. It just keeps deepening. The practice continues. I still continue to practice, pretty seriously meditation, for example. Um, just to keep going with it, keep going with the process, keep creating a space for whatever this process is to continue to blossom. I've had different experiences with the crown and things like that, but like Teresa was sharing here, there is no completion. It's a constant process. So I've described it as it's like a flower that just keeps blossoming, just keeps blossoming. So I hope that can be meaningful for you, Bryn.